Many of you are residents in the city of Havenheim. You've lived here your entire lives, and some of you are newcomers. What is a little more unfamiliar is this side of town. There are hustle and bustle portions of town that are set aside for what's called the drifters. There is a mandate served that anyone who wants to form any kind of mercenary party or delving excavation group, any kind of adventuring party whatsoever, for increased accountability and survival rates, they must gather into groups of a minimum of 3. People who are trying to get about their actual lives stay away from these areas because it seems to attract a very driven or flamboyant or just objectively violent class of people. You, whether you like it or not, have found yourself one fine evening in one of these sections of town, a slightly run-down tavern called the Fat Goose, which specializes in, goose meat, goose feather pillows, goose grease, and everything. It doesn't smell great, but here you are, and you find yourselves in your respective little corners. What I'd like to do is ask each of you where in this tavern you find yourself tonight and what you find yourself doing. We're going to start with a particularly crotchety mage by the name of Dr. Fuddle.
Yes, sir. So Dr. Fuddle, for those who didn't hear, is kind of to himself right now in the corner of the tavern, reading up, very invested in what he's reading. Nothing in particular, just, anything he can get his hands on, as that is his nature.
Delightful. I'm going to ask Zinth, Aegon Zintheris, what are you up to today?
Yes, sir. So I just left the family's castle, and I am just now strolling into the barn, the tavern, for a quick cup of ale on my trip to fulfill my quest of finding my mother. This is my first stop, and this is the beginning of it.
Slam a drink before you face your mommy issues. I like it.
One second. Let's repeat which one is it. I'll just do all again.
Do you keep reloading Roll20, Brody? Huh?
No.
No. It keeps moving your little nameplate down there.
You guys are all in the tavern, right? You can see the tavern?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
Fantastic. All right, so Zinth is just stopping off for a cold one by himself before moving on. Willow, where are you tonight?
Willow is sitting over by the fire, just eating some food that she got from the tavern.
Delightful. You guys can see the typical crowd of just a bunch of grumpy old people or grumpy adventurers who, some of them are, limping back after a couple of them have survived and now, shoot, they've got to find another pair of hands. Some of them are some fresh newbies that can't get enough people who tolerate them together to clear out a mine shaft. In general, everyone avoids eye contact except for the people that are aggressively seeking out eye contact, waving around wanted posters like they're trading cards. And every now and then, a group or a pair of people will approach because they need a third, and by golly, you might just be it. Zintharis, you're at the bar closest to the alcohol, which means, oh boy, a pair of very burly-looking, I'll just call them ruffians, a guy and what you think is a girl, just hop up to you, slap you on the back, and offer to pay for your next drink. They leave their hand on your shoulder for a little uncomfortable amount of time, but they definitely have something to say.
I kindly decline the offer, and I decline the offer.
Oh, but you don't understand. We got a dead heck of a lead.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No. It's in town. You don't even have to leave the city. It's just we got this, and he immediately kind of shows off, and I'll show it to everybody. He kind of slaps in your face. Not unlucrative. It's a couple hundred gold. He shows a picture of a goblin who's been looting local pharmacies for explosives and drugs, and he's just like, "Now what I think is, I'm gonna get a big old fishing net, and I just need you to charge straight at him, and you're gonna try to steer him into the net. You get 20%, easy job. You'll probably by the end of the week for sure. I could probably pay you.
Of the week.
Well, yeah, we gotta find him. It's gonna take it. I'm thinking you can get a commission. We'll pay you $1 a day.
Gold a day.
I mean, it's surefire, man. What do you want?
I apologize, fellas, but a gold a day is just simply not worth my time.
They have already stopped paying attention to you. They're drifting to the next couple of people. They have several copies of this wanted paper. They've kind of left it next to the drink. They're going to go shuffle off and bother this mailman who looks like he's just trying to enjoy his quick little meal.
Thank God.
By this time, Dr. Fuddle just kind of overheard this and moved a couple seats down from Aegon and asked for 2 drinks from the bartender. You know, a little bit of two pitchers of ale, please.
But my turn.
Well, this is just RP. There's no turns.
Certainly. The
Oh.
bartender fills up a couple of frothy things. One of them's a little frothier than the other. You think he's trying to save for space. He slides both of them to you. He eyes you up and down. I'd like to see a little coin first, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. How much?
2 pitchers, yes? That'll be 4 silver total.
All right, that's no problem. He slides it out of his little pouch.
Well, enjoy.
Quick question: do we know, like, is this wanted poster like from the city, or is it?
There's a variety of poster. If it has a dragon-looking crown seal on it, it's legit. There will be ones that have fake seals. There'll be an obviously fake seal, but
So, but the one we see just for reference is real. Do we know?
check-in wanted Screech. That one is real. That's legit.
Gotcha.
But if you check, for example, the local Havenheim Inn, that one has a fake seal. That's just
Gotcha. Okay, Dr. Fuddle slides a pitcher down to Aegon and says, "You know, we could do that in half the time. Much easier, and we get to keep the money ourselves. What do you think?"
Well, I guess the way that they were selling it. I don't know. They don't look very trustworthy.
That, and you said it best. 1 coin is not enough per day. We have a living to make.
We do.
But we'll need 1 more. And then Dr. Fuddle kind of looks around and nudges to the presumably the druid sitting over by the fire and says, "What do you think about her?"
Willa's been quietly listening this whole time while she eats her food, by the way.
Willow, you've picked up on several pieces of dialogue. There's a guy who seems to be muttering scripture to himself. There's a couple of teens in the corner that are trying to see if their fake IDs will work. And there's a mailman, the guy who was trying to enjoy his drink earlier. He's been asking every single person who will listen if they've seen a stray cat. But yes, you also hear 2 rather, I'll call them unequipped gentlemen who are chatting to each other about this potential job.
And while you think about that, I wanna make a note that Dr. Fuddle is now scooted a seat over because he is very, of course, he's a little kooky, and up in people's business. So he puts his arm around Aegon's shoulder and kind of shakes him left to right while he's trying to sell him on this.
Delightful. I'm going to say the mailman starts to approach you two, and I'll pull up. Let me see if I can. Oh my! How does this work? One more. Nope, that didn't do it. He comes up to you and he with an imploring look, he says, "Okay, have you seen a little orange cat? He's been gone for a couple of days. His name is Sheldon. And I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't find him right away. I've got to leave town in a couple of days. He's not that big. You've probably seen him around in the market, perhaps, the fish market. Have any of you fine gentlemen seen him at all? Anything?"
I've not seen him,
I've not seen one.
but I'll keep an eye out. Where can I find you if I find said cat?
Oh, I courier, so I'll be over in the Order of the Root, and we'll anything you hear about Sheldon, I'm Cedric. I'll first syllable you hear about him, I'll pay you handsomely with money and other things. I've got some dead letters at the dead letter office that I think some of them look interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Willow,
Okay.
overhearing all of this, decided to walk up to the mailman.
Oh, there he is. That worked. Okay.
Hell yeah. Mr. Incredible.
I have seen an orange cat walking around outside a few taverns down.
Where? A few taverns down where? Do you remember the name? South? East?
I don't.
Down?
I wouldn't mind going out and helping you look, though. I know it was out and about 3 or 4 buildings down.
Fantastic. That is the best news I've heard. He kind of just shakes you by the hand very courteously, and he's ready to start looking. But he goes to the two of you. If he comes in for a drink, don't give him anything, but just keep your eye out for him. Again, it's Sheldon, and I'm Cedric. Money. Bye.
Oh. Good luck.
Good luck. Cat coming in to have a drink.
Willow, now standing over here, still decides to approach Dr. Fuddle and... How do you say your name?
It's just Aegon. You can just say
Aegon.
Aegon.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to change that.
That's
I
fine.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I've been listening to what you guys have been saying, and I'm in need of some money to continue my adventures, and I'd like to join you guys if you're going on that.
Ooh. I'm all on board for it. What do you think, Aegon?
The merrier. More the merrier.
I do have a question for both of you, though. So, if you couldn't tell, I'm a wizard. If you don't mind me asking, what are your professions? Your skill sets?
My skill sets. Well, I like to get up close and personal. I like to give them pretty much a taste of the blade.
Oh, intriguing. Very nice. And you, ma'am?
I deal a lot with magic and animals. I am connected with them, and I can speak with them. I have a deep connection with them that many don't understand.
Ah, I see. I think we could complement each other well, all three of us. And, most importantly, your names?
Aegon, Centaurus.
Ah, nice to meet you, Aegon.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Dr. Fuddle.
Oh yeah, that's my name, by the way. And you, ma'am?
My name is Willow Kaean.
Oh, nice to meet you all. Very interesting little group we have here. But I think we'll do well.
And my name is Charlie. Let's go get him.
Hello,
What's that?
and then Dr. Fuddle kind of steps in between, the best he can in between him and the other two, and kind of whispers like, do you guys know him?
No. I don't know him at all.
I do not.
Oh.
Wait, was this the guy that came up with the...
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this was the guy that was asking me to capture a goblin for him for a gold a day.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's
You
an
guys trying to
offer.
snipe my score? Come on.
No, we're forming a book club. Do you see all of these books that I have? And Dr. Fuddle holds
Gross.
up his books. Yeah, so would you like to join our book club? We've got a spot.
I don't know how to read.
Oh, could have guessed.
It was a shame.
Oh no.
Anyways, well, do you guys want another drink before we go? Would you like to get into it?
No drinks for me, but I'll buy a round for everyone.
Ooh, well, I've never been one to turn down a free drink.
I must say the same. Let's drink.
Fantastic. Well, it's pretty early in the morning when you guys are all out here. It's the drinks are as certain drinks are alcohol, certain drinks are juices and cocktails, but you drink your pleasures, and between the three of you, you guys decide when it's about time to head out. Now, none of you know very much of anything about where to come across this goblin that is currently wanted. But if any of you know anything, it's how to ask around and just put an ear to the wind and ear to the ground.
Yep. Quick question. You said something about a pharmacy. I just want to know what I'm asking for. You said he was stealing pharmaceuticals and shit like that?
He goes to pharmacies and apothecaries, and he steals stuff to make drugs and explosives.
Got you. Okay.
Can I ask
Well, gang?
that you
Go for it.
guys do the settings and change the display name to your character's name so that I can remember better?
Oh,
Where
the
it
ones at the bottom?
Yeah, where it shows birdie egg.
Can we do that?
Yeah, if you go the settings, the cog tool, the very first one is display name.
Perfect. Good catch.
Sorry, thank you.
No, you're fine. All right, did that work? Yeah, Dr. Fuddle. All right. Does anybody want to? First of all, I kind of want to peer around, just kind of get a feel for who else is in the room with us. Does anybody stand out, Nico, or do I need a roll?
A few people. Roll me an investigation check or a perception check, depending on what value of person you're looking for.
I think I want to go more in investigation. I want to feel more than just how they look.
Oh, certainly.
Investigation. Here we go. Oh, let me. Investigation. Oh.
9. Okay. Well, first off, you see, again, there's a lot of people trading around wanted posters like they're Pokemon cards. But what's more interesting to you are the people who come here at this kind of place at this time of day and appear to have absolutely no interest. There's a gentleman who's sitting off by the firelight, and you notice in his hand, he's holding a little hand mirror. And while he's facing the fire, he's getting an eye full of all of you. And he notices you looking. He doesn't do anything, but he just sits there.
So they make eye contact through the mirror, or I don't see the mirror. Oh, but you said I see the mirror. So can I just give him a little friendly wave?
He decidedly looks at anything else. Doesn't rise from his chair.
Gotcha. All right.
You also can see out the windows. You can't really see anything because the further away things are out of the window, the darker it is. And one of the windows has a much closer, much better illuminated outline of a figure, not passing by, but just kind of standing. Probably has his back to the window.
Could you ping that?
Oh, sure.
Gotcha. Okay. And it's not that guy?
It is that guy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I thought there was something more ominous going on.
Nope, not everything's ominous. It's just a guy with a window guy. That's what a 9 will get you. He's out there looking for his cat. He went a few block downs, didn't see anything.
Damn, bad. Must have been a bad lead. Des. Okay, so you guys want to do anything before I start being a menace and asking questions?
Go for it.
Or do you guys want to ask questions?
I do not have any questions.
No.
And I don't just mean the. Gotcha. And I don't mean just the Nico. I mean like any dialogue to anybody else. Okay. Cool.
No, I'm just observing at the moment.
All right, Mr. Dr. Fuddle kind of knocks on the bar and says, "Bartender."
Right.
So, where would you say the nearest pharmaceutical repository be for some any spell components or potions of healing by chance? Could you point me to the nearest one?
Spell components, you say? Well, they got they got the green wall. That's down that 3 blocks down the other way. He points the thumb north. That's better for things like your painkillers, opioids, caffeine. If you're looking for spells and garbage like that, I think there's a church. It's got a donation box. They like to make they like to put on a puppet show for the kids every couple of weeks, and people just drop off the back guano and things like that in there.
Gotcha. Okay. What are you guys feeling? This is Eggroll asking.
Probably go head towards the church.
Yeah, if you're looking for a spell, we gotta go to the church, my boy.
Well, I was just kind of going to that because he said that homeboy likes stealing shit from pharmacies, and you said apothecaries.
Yes. It's just an old-timey pharmacy.
Gotcha. So I think our lead right now would be the pharmacy, no? Because if are we trying to, go ahead start off with this little side quest, or do you guys want to skip it all together? I mean, I'm
down to go, but not with those.
Yeah, of course, not them.
Yeah, no, not them.
But bartender, one more question.
Yeah.
Where is the second furthest pharmacy?
Oh, it's gonna be Horde Lord. Horde Lord is the general goods store. It's they don't have them all over the place, but the ones they do, they've got just about everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's one about he does a little thing on his fingers. Not blocks, but it's a couple market squares down the other way. Can't miss it. It's a large spire shooting straight up into the sky.
Perfect. Thank you. And I toss him an extra silver for his troubles.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you guys want to go to the close one, or do you guys want to go to the second closer one?
Let's check out the closest one first.
Yeah, the closest one first.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I'm good to go now. If y'all want, let me know if y'all want to, or let Nico know if there's anything else in here y'all want to look at, or anybody to talk to, or anything. It's D&D, baby. We can do whatever the fuck we want, or die trying.
You guys can check your skill check rolls, and if there's a verb in there that sounds cool, give it a go.
Those stairs to the left.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those are the rooms. I ask that you don't check anything out up there unless you paid for one.
I understand.
All
Well,
right.
Dr. Fuddle, I am ready to traverse when you are, sir.
Perfect. Willow?
I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Lovely. Well, I guess I'll lead the way. And then we start making our way out the door.
Fantastic. Oh, goodness. One second.
Come on, guys.
I was gonna wait to be last, but.
Well, Aegon's had one too many. Did he give us a direction?
Yeah, he did. And you guys head to the nearest apothecary. First thing you notice, is a smell. There's a acrid, I'll call it a carbon smell. Not unlike if you're downwind of a gas station.
Mm.
Then the sight hits you. There's a couple of pretty sizable craters in the wall. And this is like a strip mall kind of thing where there isn't really any space between one vendor and the next.
Mhm.
You can tell that the apothecary is the most damaged, but the vendors and merchants from the other nearby stalls are looking pretty pointedly upset, and they're talking with each other about who's going to pay for all this.
All right, gang. So it looks like he beat us here. You guys want to go check it out, ask some questions?
Yeah, let's have some questions.
Ooh, cool. All right. Just double checking. Is there a scene for this, or are we?
I like to keep maps for battle maps and like actual combat. Otherwise,
Gotcha.
theater of the mind is fine.
No, perfect. I just wanted to check, make sure I was up to date.
Yep. No, I got you.
All right. So Dr. Fuddle kind of takes the lead, and his small frame hobbles up and kind of takes in what he can see. Can I just do a perception check, kind of get the lay of the lands?
Go ahead.
Wait. Oh, please. It's a rough day for Dr. Fuddle.
So you're pretty sure that people buy and sell things here. Maybe if you talk to a sell person, you can even buy something.
Oh, well, gang, my eyes aren't working quite well today. Could one of you take the lead?
Gladly. Let me investigate. And I just roll. Oh man, my investigation's bad.
Your
Oh,
dice.
also,
Let me see.
table manners. Usually, you check with the GM before you
Oh, my bad.
decide to roll. No, you're fine. You didn't know.
Certainly. Go ahead, but go ahead and do your investigation, even if it's -1.
Beautiful. Oh, that's awful.
I don't even see it.
I don't see what you.
Oh.
It's a point
Zero.
-1. It's a 0. You weren't paying attention when Fuddle told you to take the lead. In fact, I'm pretty sure you weren't. Like, you're watching a dog take a crap in the corner. You're not really clued into the situation.
Dr. Fuddle kind of notices he's out of it and thumps him on the forehead to regain his focus.
Pardon me.
Here, boy. Eyes forward. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Willow, do you see anything that stands out?
You want me to roll for investigation?
Investigation, perception, whatever you'd like.
Anything that makes sense. Anything you can spin to the DM to make sense.
You could even just choose a random person and try to persuade or intimidate. Like, do what you want.
Roll for perception, to see if I notice anything going on.
Sounds good. Ooh! Fuck us. She's got it.
So, off the bat, you've been around the block a few times with explosions. You know about magical explosions. You know about non-magical explosions. You know about people trying to, commit insurance fraud. This is a recent explosion. It's non-magical, and if anything, it's a little acidic. Like, somebody just did the Coca-Cola Mentos thing, but for some reason they used plutonium instead.
Oh, yeah.
You also can tell, based on the variety of disarray of each of the vendors, who was there at the time of the explosion and who wasn't. Most of them weren't, but a couple of them were definitely around when the bricks started flying.
Mm-hmm. How many people are could you set the scene of kind of if there's anybody and what they're doing?
Oh, certainly. As you step forward to take a bit of a closer look, you see what is maybe 4 stores, a little patch, and the 4 people in charge of the stores are out there having a conversation, maybe an attendant or 2. But what really draws the crowd is the rubble and what looks like the soot trails that lead from the doors of the store out into the streets.
Out into the streets, and those kind of just die off, huh? From what
They die off after, I don't know, about 15 feet of scraping.
Gotcha.
Can we go over to the store owners to go speak to them?
I'm telling you, we should have gotten the gold package. That covers for magical explosions, non-magical explosions, summonings. I'm pretty sure even meteorites are. What do you want?
Hello, sir. I was just trying to see if you knew anything about what had happened here.
See anything? You got eyes, don't you? Massive hole. How are people supposed to come in here and buy textiles when they've got a hole and it's real drafty? I could say, oh, this textile is good for insulation. I gotta start pinning them up. Have a big old hole. He caught me at a very bad time. You want to buy some textiles or not?
I'm not here for the textiles, sir, but I was just looking to try to help, maybe? Did you see anybody around here when the explosions happened that looked suspicious?
He's gonna look you up and down.
Oh.
Suspicious. Yeah, you could say that. Are you a cop?
No, sir, not a cop. I guess I don't really know why we're here for this, but we came across it, and I feel obligated to try to help.
Obligated to try to help, ain't that nice? Well, fine, I guess I can tell you. And he looks at the other vendors. Can I tell her? I'll tell her. We don't know his name. He comes back here every week. Every time he takes a little more. Every time anyone asks for his name, he just screams. Like his jaw unhinges. It's terrifying. But he's been taking stuff, and the stuff he takes, he uses it to take more stuff. It's getting pretty disturbing. The guards, they don't know what to do about it. The topies, they won't touch him. We're not sure what to do, but pretty soon, at least one of us is gonna have to close up shop. Just set up a place further from this apothecary. The apothecary, it's a whole thing. Somebody got left it in his will. He can't move. If you want to know where the goblin goes, I don't know about that. But if you want to know where he's probably going to hit next, I can definitely help you.
Yes, sir. Please, anything that you have will help.
You know the big park, the Jubilation Park, it's the one with the big fountain with all the pigeons? There's a lemonade stand. The kid there, pretty sure it's heroin, not certain. He sells something. Usually, that's the next place he hits.
And do you have any? Have you seen what he looks like exactly?
2.5 feet tall, big green ears.
Yeah.
He as best he can. He works out a description, and I will just.
While this is happening, Dr. Fuddle's over by the footprints on one knee, taking a closer look.
Sure.
I'm gonna roll an investigation if that's fine with you.
Do what you gotta.
One of them's gotta work. Hey. Just looking for anything that I haven't already overheard from Willow and the shopkeeper's conversation.
One thing you've noticed, among others, is that... Oh, goodness. I just want to do the... Yeah, there it is. That's the description he gives. He shoots, like, beer bottles out of a t-shirt gun.
Hell yeah.
You notice that there are a bunch of old ladies that, they go to the pharmacy to get their daily... The little weekly plastic container that you fill with pills. They're coming for their version of that. And one of them feeds the pigeons, and they've noticed that way more pigeons are coming lately because they haven't seen a single stray cat in weeks. Another one talks about how kids these days are listening to music that makes no sense to them.
Gotcha. Okay. Wait, I got that from the footprints?
No, you got that. You were asking around and listening. The footprints tell you, one, about the impact. You can tell that whatever was firing these came from a very low angle. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, one of the footprints has a shoe. One of the footprints doesn't have a shoe, which will definitely help in tracking.
Gotcha. One shoe on, one shoe off. All right. So I didn't mean to jump into the dialogue going on.
No worries.
Des, were you good with that shopkeeper, or do you want to ask anything else? Or look around or anything?
Willow turns to the shopkeeper and basically just says, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate this. If I find anything, I will let you know."
Tell you what, you find something and this guy doesn't come back, you let us know, and we're gonna hook you up with something, and we just want to thank you. But if you don't come back, then I don't know. Find something more interesting to talk about, because we got something to figure out here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Is Aegon looking at dog shit again?
Possible.
I was going to ask if we know where the kids' lemonade stand, or the pond, or whatever. Is that what it was?
Yeah, this is the park, I think, that he was talking about.
That's what it was.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Nico.
That is, in fact, Jubilation Park. It's a pretty popular place for, like, farmers markets, or just for people to try to do, like, street performances. It's just a very kid-friendly place you can bring your family.
Oh, shit. Let's hope this goes well. All right. Well, here we are. Anyone see anything off the bat? I don't.
I do not. May I roll a perception check?
Oh, please do.
Can we get a group perception check going? I'm gonna roll as well. Nice. Hooked on that dog shit, man.
Sorry. Anymore.
It's fascinating.
Critical 0. No more.
Okay, so let's start with the least. You do see some pretty cool dog crap on the corner, and you from what you can tell, it's fresh. Your guard senses tell you that somewhere, really recently, there was a pretty big dog. Willow, you find yourself interested in a little more interesting things. You and Fuddle pretty quickly zone in on the fact that there is a stall that looks like it's been taken out. Very like the grass is still rising up after having been flattened down. There's a regular space here that's been set aside that's been very swiftly disassembled and vacated.
Can we see where that is?
I'm gonna say it's right here in the space between the. Here, I'll do it.
I see what you mean.
There it is. That's the thing.
All right. Gotcha. Oh, look! Right there! An impact hole. Well, something that looks similar. Should we check it out?
Yes, let's go over there.
Alright, Dr. Fuddle kind of hop skips his way up and through here, giving a friendly head nod to this guard that we see at the gate.
Morning.
Morning. You said that. Sorry, that confused me. Alright. While I'm walking, did we see if there's anything that resembles a lemonade stand, or can we use deduction to realize that might be what we're walking up to, or
There's
lack thereof?
There's like a chalk sawhorse, like the the little chalkboards you see in like the front of cafes that just gives general directions.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that the lemonade stand is past the friendship bracelets and not quite so far as the ginger beer. It's about 3 up and 1 to the left.
3 up and 1 to the left. Gotcha. 3 up. Down the middle path, or?
It would be about here.
Gotcha. Okay. I see this lady right here, and I want to go up and just ask. This way to the lemonade stand, correct? Yes.
Usually, dear, but I don't see him here today. I was kind of come for some of that toothache. The toothache brew that he is good for toothache. I wanted to get some for my friend, but I don't. He's not here today. I think I might have to go down to some of the stronger medicine distributors.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
You're not a cop, are you?
Oh, no, never.
Oh, excellent.
By chance, do you happen to know any of the bigger distributors? I've had a pain in my leg for a long time now that I can't seem to get rid of.
Greenwall should sell you some the proof of IBU. Yes, the proof of IBU is you take 2 or 3, you call them in the morning, and it's good for headaches, leg pains, and that little thing where your toes feel hot. It's just, I hate that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Dr. Fuddle falls down.
Just dies instantly. Spontaneously combust.
That's what happens with 6 HP.
Yep, fair enough. All right, Aegon, you look to be at the front of the pack. Why don't you lead the way here?
Okay.
You can also use arrow keys if you have it selected to move.
Oh,
Personal space! Personal space!
I apologize.
No, I'm talking to the... Oh, she did it again! Stop it!
I just
I don't
divot
know.
in the ground, or like
There was something here. The grass hasn't grown.
You see, this doesn't even require a check. Pretty directly, you see a guy loading up a wagon. There's a big, like, plywood yellow pitcher that he's loading up, and he's just constantly looking over his shoulder. I can finally not this time. I can't take one more thing like that. That's too much heat. Oh, friends. He kind of gets out of his hunched pose. Friends, as you can see, this is a fresh open spot. I have my license in my other pants. If you would like to buy this spot for your own wares, for a modest fee, I have to go. But any takers?
Just 1 second. Do you know anything maybe about this plot behind me and why the young man has not showed up? The usual?
The plot.
Yes.
I've never seen a plot before in my life. No plots, no schemes, no lots. I'm but a humble beverage dealer. I deal in beverages.
I must have to ask, why are we such? Why are we in such a big hurry to leave? Why are you
Nice.
trying to sell the cloth?
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, why is he trying to leave so fast?
My cat. I think I left the stove on my cat.
Cat with the stove.
He hasn't been answering his phone, so I just gotta go check.
I want to roll an insight
I was
check
just
on
out.
this fucker. Could we all theoretically roll, or does it
I'll
need to be
let-
just one of us?
I'll let the two of you that have spoken to him directly give it a shot.
Okay. Big money, big money, big money. Oh my god.
Nice.
It's a nat 20, baby.
Fuddle, this guy smells like lemons, and you ain't no fool. Hey,
Mm.
You've seen enough piles of animal feces to know that there haven't been a lot of cats around town, so this guy must not have a cat on the stove. Okay.
Hey, come! Snatch him!
No, not necessary. No. You can do what you gotta do, but you cannot let me stay here. He'll be here any minute.
Who?
Who is he?
I don't know his name. He just screams and basic.
2.5 foot tall, green with pointy ears.
Can I
I know
do
you
like
are,
a
but what am I?
Hey!
check?
What's up?
Go
bud?
ahead, Willow.
Can I do like a check to see if I notice any of the same like explosion? Was it
Give me an
uranium?
investigation check.
Like on any of the people or anything?
Oh, sure. The people, the area around you.
Also, I wanna brainstorm before anything progresses after this check, if you don't mind.
Do what you will.
She rolled a 6. I don't know if
Oh.
you saw that.
I did not see the 6. Delightful. Okay. So, first thing you notice, you don't see explosions, but you definitely see acid burns just along the posts. Not bad enough to require replacement, but certainly enough to cause aesthetic damage. And this isn't lemon juice. This is something much more caustic. Perhaps, I don't know, bromide.
Wait, so with my insight check, is this the guy that usually sets up, or
This is the lemonade stand man. He's trying to leave
Oh,
the
and-
area before something happens.
Gotcha. All right, gang. I've got an idea. Let's force this fucker to set back up, and we're gonna trap this little green piece of shit. What do y'all think?
Not a bad idea.
All right. What's your intimidation, Brody?
That is a +3.
Ooh. Let's see. We gotta convince this guy to set back up.
My deception is also a +3.
Des, do you have what's your deception or your intimidation or persuasion? Any of those?
Deception and intimidation are both 0. What else did you say?
Persuasion? Did you already say that one?
Also 0.
Okay. And you said yours is what, Brody? A +3?
Intimidation +3, deception +3.
Gotcha. All right. I kind of want to corner this guy to really get maximum, emphasis on what we need from him. So,
I'm gonna
Brody,
sit
you
back
get to-
and just watch the surrounding area while you guys speak to him, listening,
Okay.
but also focusing on around.
all right, Brody, take it away, brother.
Do I have to engage in dialogue before I just ask to roll intimidation?
Yeah, I mean it's for flavor, yeah. And plus, if you give, sometimes DMs will let you, depending on how well you talk.
Or
Sometimes,
how will you exploit the situation specifically?
yeah, sometimes they'll give you advantage or a bonus or something. So you better talk your ass off to our DM here.
Alrighty. Well, excuse me, sir. I know you're in a big rush to leave, but
I just gotta.
we must insist that you keep your stand open so we can catch the man that is doing all of this to everybody.
You can't catch him. He covers himself in butter. You cannot catch him.
Covers himself in butter.
Well, we haven't tried to catch him yet, so it's not safe to say no one can catch him.
I can assure you that once we get the chance, we will not miss it.
You and what
You
army?
have
Because
to keep the
I
stand open.
I can't take another hit this week. I've gotta pay the Topies again.
I'm sorry, sir, but it has to be open. And now, can I roll my intimidation?
Give it a go.
How do you intimidate him? Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what are my options?
Just
No. I'm asking like you tell Nico how you're trying to intimidate him. Like, do you
Oh,
stand and look down over him? Do you grab him and pull him up against the fucking wagon? Like, what are we doing here?
All right, so I want to say the way that we have it positioned, I want to be able to like smack my hand up against the wagon super hard, and, like shakes the whole wagon.
Nice.
give it a
Or,
go.
like right next to his head.
Hell yeah.
Give it to me, baby.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
So the wagon has a bunch of like glass bottles and stuff in it. So any push, you get a lot of rattle. And he winces and he's like, "You have half an hour. If he doesn't come in half an hour, I'm gone. I'm bounced."
Half an hour. We can work with it, but if not, we will talk after.
You can talk to yourselves. I'll be gone. So he sets up a stall, and he kind of sets up behind it. He starts squeezing lemons, pours a little pitcher. I don't suppose you guys actually want any lemonade while we're setting up here. I mean, I already have it out.
I'll take one, actually.
That'll be about a silver, please.
Okay, I do support a local business. Okay, you've got me.
Before handing you the glass, he says, "And then, wink, because selling certain things is illegal, wink. You've already bought some lemonade, wink, so I can give you some seasoning for your lemonade for free, if you'd like, wink."
Ooh, yes, I'd like that on the side, please, though. Yes.
I don't really do on the side. Are you sure?
Well, yes, on the side, please.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yes, sir. Son of a bitch. That's not.
Tell you what. Another silver and you can have it on the side.
Or you could just not have my business at all.
That's fine. I don't want to be here.
I know you don't. That's okay. I'm washing my diet anyways.
You don't
Forget
have
it.
a choice.
Okay. As you haggle over the price of lemonade garnish, you see a squat little being, like comparable to a Jawa, just like a little brown robe with feet and ears sticking out, and just casually checks out some artisanal meat-scented soaps, and beelines like a person jonesing for a fix to the lemonade stand.
Gotcha.
Lifts up a big baggy sleeve, and you don't see a hand, but you do see just the cartoonishly thick barrel of a gun.
Do we have any time to react to this?
Meds is all you hear. What do you do?
Good question. We gotta be smart here. Anybody have any ideas?
I am still slightly back, watching.
Can we
Quickly.
tell like his how quick his intentions are, or like when he might do something, or is he's just standing there for all we know right now?
Roll me an insight check.
Insight, right? Insight. Damn.
You found some really interesting dog crap on the floor.
Damn, you're onto something, Aegon. This is interesting. I've read about this. This fungus growing out of it. Okay. You guys want to do anything? Got any ideas?
Okay, so he's in the middle of pulling that thick barrel out of his bag. Is there any way? I don't know if he's coming to like shoot.
Well, we absolutely know that this guy matches our description, right, Nico?
That is the man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so do your thing, fighter. Whatever you want to do, you can anything.
While we see him come up, I quickly put my hand to my side, right where my daggers are on my thigh.
I see. Roll me a sleight of hand check to see how discreet that is, because this guy's he's a little wary.
Nice.
Ooh, the fucking rolls.
What dagger? You're good. Okay. Aegon, you're the only person left who's got the drop on him. What are you up to?
Am I able to leap in front of him to shorten the distance
Give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, sir. Yes, sir.
There it is.
Would you like to do a front flip?
Yes.
Oh, heavens.
The lemon vendor isn't short, yet by climbing on a little crate, you're able to vault over him, do a flip, and like tuck the tips of your toes over like the space over his shoulder, and you land in the slightly flossy muddy ground, smack between this robed shorty and the lemonade vendor.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to have everyone from that point roll initiative. You guys
Here we
can,
go.
both Aegon and Willow, you guys can add +1 to whatever you roll because you guys did a good job prepping. Hang on, let me clear the turnover real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, here we go. Everybody do it.
Oh, you got another 16. Fuck. Let's see.
Wait, did I do that right or do I need to do it different? Oh, wait. INT, right?
Yep.
No, that's an...
Yeah. You got it. You did the. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you haven't rolled. My bad.
Wait, sorry, which one am I doing? INT?
It's next to your armor class.
It should be a little red icon. I can roll it for you if you'd like.
Are you on your D&D Beyond character sheet? It's all your skills. It's to the very top right to the right of it at the top.
I rolled it.
Okay, thank you.
No, okay, cool.
Okay.
Of course, the lemonade stand guy is a little bitch.
You guys can start as is. Even with the +1s, it wouldn't have made any difference because you guys are more than 2 apart. I'm gonna have... Oh, real quick, let me... Sorry. I'll just have him do his thing. Yeah, he's had the barrel of his gun out this whole time.
Willow's still standing back, just observing with the hand on her thigh.
He is going to make a shot at really the only person he can, the person front flipped in front of him. Is that advantage? I don't know if...
I was gonna say,
Yeah, that's advantage, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why I gave it an advantage. I think it's something I've got to toggle. I'm just, for the sake of it, until I figure out how to turn off advantage, we're just going to go with the first roll. Does a 14 to hit?
my armor class?
Yes. Is your AC 14? 18. He fires what looks like a bunch of shrapnel, like broken garbage, out of a t-shirt cannon, and it just pitter patters to your feet as it bounces off of your chest plate. You probably should have used an actual weapon. Okay, let me see if I can get it down.
I keep forgetting I have to click to get shit off my screen.
Ooh, music. Yes, sir.
You done got Brody in his zone. You fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just got it. Okay, there it goes. All right. I really have to figure that. This is the only music bot I was able to get working. Okay. Aegon, your turn is next.
Sir, so what do I do just for attack? Or like main attack?
Are you on your D&D Beyond sheet?
Yes.
You can just click. You see where it says hit/DC?
Yeah. I roll
That column. Yeah, just that column.
with my long sword. Dang it.
To hit? Okay. His AC is higher than that, so you swing where the barrel of the gun is, but your head just doesn't click. Oh wait, shoot, that's not how tall he is. That's just his arm. So it goes well over him, and you actually slice a little slit in the tent to your left. Willow, your turn. What are you gonna do?
While still behind, kind of sitting behind the bush, trying to not be seen, I want to quickly jump over the bush, over to him, and throw my dagger into his back.
throw a dagger into his back. Give it a go.
Am I gonna do acrobatics or?
No,
You're gonna do an attack roll. I don't
so
think you're
you're-
gonna hit your dagger. And put that in your character sheet.
She's got it on her D&D Beyond one.
Oh, good. There it is. Dagger. I can roll
Okay.
it for you if you're interested.
Yeah, I just don't know which one to hit. Sorry.
So you see dagger in your like kind of big box on the right side under actions. You see the column that says hit/DC.
Hit, yeah.
You're gonna click whatever box is on the same line as your dagger.
So the hit/DC one, the plus.
Yep.
Okay.
Is this you're throwing it, right?
Oh.
Yeah, she's throwing it. Does
Okay.
it have to be
No.
something else?
Sorry, I was jumping over the bush and to just
Yes,
jump
I'll have
into
an
his
I'll have an
back.
acrobatics check
Oh,
because
I'm
it's such a
sorry.
crowded spot. So give me a quick acrobatics check. I'll say you get as far as here because you're originally here. You
Yeah.
move 5 feet, but that's close enough to get a melee attack. All right, you rolled 9 to hit. So you actually parry Aegon's blow. His swinging sword stops your thrust dagger, and you share that awkward moment where your arms are reverberating. Dr. Fuddle. Show us how it's done.
Dr. Fuddle ain't fucking around. For just for flavor purposes, Dr. Purple, not Dr. Purple. Sorry, Dr. Fuddle. He closes his eyes tight and clenches his fist in front of him, and then when he opens both, they're just both flaming, and he's gonna try to shoot a firebolt at the goblin.
Firebolt. Roll it.
Jimmy. Yes, sir.
And then I'm gonna roll the dammies. Roll the dammies. Oh my god! Oh, that's a straight 8. Oh shit.
Okay. Aegon and Willow, as Dr. Fuddle blasts this goblin and takes out a significant portion of his health with a flaming blast, you notice that a number of pouches and syringes and vials all over his person, one of them cracks and snaps open. And that explosion kind of causes a firework chain reaction where these little glass vials all over his chest just splitting and popping. Some of them hurt him, and some of them are popping all over you. Each of you are dealt 2 acid damage. I'll go ahead and throw that on there so you guys don't have to keep track. But you get the sense that attacking him physically without any kind of precision is possibly going to hurt or even kill him.
Before my turn's over, I kind of want to reposition to be right about here. Just a 5-foot sidestep.
All right, good stuff. The civilian gentleman is going to run away. He gets as far as that. And I'm going to roll a simple constitution checks aren't really a thing, but I'll do performance actually. I'm gonna have this son of a gun roll a performance check.
Talking about the shopkeeper?
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I still don't know how it's advantage. Let me see if I can talk that off. Personalization display. Graphics, dice options. I know for a fact that I turned it off. It was a thing. Oh well, the first one's a 14. He's calling out for help, and I'm going to have both the guard hear him, and I'm going to have our friend, who I like to call Ruffian 3. He also hears, and he's coming in.
Fuck.
Okay, that is the civilian gentleman's entire turn. Goblin Alchemist. He is going to reach into his satchel, one of his many things, and he's going to throw right here what looks like a flaming stick. That is his turn.
Oh shit.
So it would be my turn.
Yes.
Alrighty. Aegon gathers himself from the giant whiff that he just performed. He sets his feet once more, ready for a slashing strike on the goblin. May I roll a attack?
How far is your mic from you, by the way, Brody?
What did you say?
How far is your mic from you? You're a little quiet.
It's pretty close.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I went ahead and cranked the Discord to 200%.
Yeah, cranked him all the way up too.
Good.
Cool. It was just me then. We're good. Sorry.
You rolled a hit. Once more, you're conscious. You're not going to hit Willow's dagger this time. You're going to swing in the opposite direction, and the goblin isn't there. Actually, sorry about that. Willow, what are you going to do?
I'm going to quickly grab for my dagger, and then can I cast Thunderwave at him?
Oh, you can. Interesting thing about Thunderwave, I'm pretty sure it will also affect Aegon.
Yeah, anything not tied down, objects or anything that says 10 feet away. But I just want to not really think about it, just grab my dagger and immediately cast Thunderwave at him.
He said, well, what about Aegon? She said, fuck it.
I can take it.
Damn. Brody, you gotta do a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
That's all you. That's all you.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
Nice.
Not a problem.
Does it say what happens when someone passes the Constitution saving throw?
No.
I think they take half damage. I can pull up the spell Thunderwave.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It just says each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature
Yeah, they
takes
take half as much
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
And isn't pushed.
You round up or down, Nico? That's a good question.
I always round down.
Gotcha.
Okay. I need Aegon. You rolled the Constitution. You passed. Fantastic. You take half damage from Thunderwave, which means you're only going to take 4, which I'll add on for you. Okay. What's more interesting is the fact that the goblin does not pass the save. And in fact, even if he did pass the save, he also deals 1d8 damage to everyone.
Damn, that's back-to-back ones.
Yeah, he's going to deal 2 damage to Aegon and 2 damage to Willow. And what's perhaps most important is he's going to deal not just the Thunderwave damage, but he also deals 2 acid damage to himself. The goblin gets a glass vial of acid into his eye, which then bursts, and he falls on the ground, never to bother another nominated stand again.
Nice, you got... First kill goes to Dez. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Okay. What the heck is that?
Oh,
It's
song.
It's just proud to be American.
It says it's Lord of the Land by Lee Greenwood. That's a link that I hit.
Flip it.
Kevin McLeod Lord of the Land, which is it's a link that worked.
Imagine you just finished decimating a goblin in Faerun and you just hear
He's
fucking,
here.
and I'm proud to be an American. Oh shit, that's funny.
Okay, we're just gonna.
Thank you for that.
No worries.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna go back to Pippin the Hunchback. Why not?
I need you to code Pancake to just play one random like American pop culture song randomly.
That's literally not even it.
Can I just
Is that
like,
Imagine
pull out
Dragons?
an
No,
herbal
it's-
cigarette and smoke it?
I typed in Pippin the Hunchback by Kevin McLeod, and it turned Pippin the Hunchback by Rag and Bone Man, which I'm not
Did
even.
Did you say you're smoking a cigarette?
Oh,
while
I'm
this
no,
is
I'm
happening?
smoking a lavender cigarette to calm down.
In real life or
No,
in game?
Well, in
Okay.
real, I've been smoking a joint, but no, in here, as
Okay.
as he's dead.
Perfect.
Music aside,
Um,
because every time I hit playing it, and this was tried and tested, but now it's not. These two mercs are going to come up, and they see that the goblin that they've been hunting, that they offered to hunt with you, is downed. Well. Looks like you did all the busy work for us, but we can take it from here.
will
What
not
do
be
you mean
taking
take it
anything.
from here?
Dr. Fuddle's small frame steps in between him and the goblin's body and says, I don't think that'll be happening. The book club won this fight, and the book club will be redeeming the reward that comes with the head of this goblin.
As you guys are both arguing, actual official town guard is going to come up, and he's going to ask what the situation is.
Oh,
He's just a
Dibs!
dead goblin in a public
Dibs!
place. All you guys,
Mr.
Dib.
God, Dibs, we killed him.
he's going to roll an insight check. Five.
Damn.
Oh wait, hang on. I think I figured out how to do the. Yep, there it is. Toggle advantage. I need to make that. That's the thing. Okay. So that should be fine now. But if I click this, we're not going to count this one. But it should just be the one. No, it's still two.
Huh.
We'll deal with that later. Okay. 5. All right, dibs is dibs. You can't mess with that. He goes to the other two. And what are you two doing here? Well, you got to understand, this was our score first. We got the footwork. I put up a flyer. We were asking. We went to the church, and they made us watch the whole puppet show. We tried to leave in the middle of it. They said it was disrespectful to the kids. They said it set a bad precedent. So we're taking the goblin today, sir. I'm gonna need you guys to back off. Dibs. You know how it is.
He's telling us to back off?
No, he's telling the two people.
Oh,
to back
okay. I was about to say.
They got here. They got here second, but you did call dibs, and that's legally binding here. So
Fuddle just winks and shrugs his shoulders at the man.
they walk off disenfranchised. Would you guys like help bringing that in, or do you want to? I don't know. Carry it around. I don't know what you guys do.
Ooh, an escort would be nice.
Hey, Aegon, how's it going?
Who's going? How's it going with you?
Fine.
Bostonian.
My shift just started, and I've this is the second dead goblin I've seen in this park.
Second.
Yeah, the second one. There's this little guy was poking a raccoon with a stick. Didn't go well.
While you guys are catching up, Fuddle just. Sorry, what was that?
I said it doesn't look much, or it doesn't sound much smarter than the one we killed.
Real quick, this has been left on the ground for a while here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
I'm just gonna go ahead and. Da, da.
Wait, what was left on the ground?
That torch
Oh,
next
what-
to you.
One of
I
these.
didn't see that. Okay. Oh, I didn't
Oh
realize that was something
shit!
else.
Dinamite. Is that an impending? Do we?
Can you
Is that?
throw a stick of dynamite at us?
Do we know if that's about to go off now or if we got time? Oh shit! Never mind.
Brother.
It doesn't go off.
But we notice it, right?
You notice it makes a little popping sound that doesn't explode.
Oh, it was a dud.
Dr. Fuddle frantically grabs the dead goblin by his ears and kind of starts heading south, anticipating the guard to follow.
On the base of the candle that didn't detonate, you do see an advertisement for a specialty magical candle store, Blazewick's Candle Emporium. Might be worth checking out.
Blazewick's Candle Emporium.
Was the candle thrown
Gotcha.
at us by the goblin?
The candle was thrown at you by the goblin. It was technically a candle, but it was more technically a stick of dynamite.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, Brockman.
Sir?
I see a dead goblin, and you haven't done what you do best yet.
What do you mean?
You loot fucking everything,
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah, make the motion. You don't just sit
Let's
there.
Delightful.
I'm
Go on
going
then.
to pick up one of the broken vials to bring back to show the shopkeeper.
Oh yeah, good call. Good call.
One of the wets to show the
Broken vials that broke when he was thrown back.
That's awesome.
Is that going to be enough for us to prove, or do we find that out?
It's enough to find out if it's enough.
Okay, fair enough.
And then
yeah.
we should probably grab a piece of fabric off of him. Willow just grabs off her dagger and just cuts at the like tarp looking sack he had over him.
Certainly.
While
The tarp-looking sack he had over him is probably one of the more useful things you'll find to loot. It seems that he was carrying a number of volatile materials that were probably worth something. Those exploded all over him.
Nice.
He does have a shoe, if you guys want a shoe.
I do not want to shoot.
while
I
they're
will take
looting
the
him, Dr. Fuddle's getting one of the. Are there any untainted glasses of lemonade still in the stand?
There is, in fact, a lemonade.
Dr. Fuddle fucking snatches that.
You take the lemonade, and this doesn't have it on the side. Whatever the man was selling his lemonade with, it has some of that in there.
Gotcha.
Willow goes up to the guard. Sir, you haven't seen an orange cat walking around here, have you?
Good call.
He looks at you a little suspiciously. What do you know about that?
I met a man who lost his cat, and I want to help him. I want to help him get back.
Your friend, you should get a new cat.
Oh.
Well, have you seen anything?
You're not going to find any cats in this town. If you want to risk it, then I can escort you to cash in your bounty, and I can point you in a direction, but this goes all the way to the top. And I am not kidding when I say that this goes all the way up to the top.
Willow looks back at Dr. Fuddle and Aegon to see what they are thinking.
Dr. Fuddle's kind of like tugging on his collar, like gulping, because it sounds like the cat's dead. To him, at least.
I tell the guard that we will happily cash our reward and accept whatever help that he can give.
All right, he hands you guys a certificate to go back to the guardhouse. It's the place where you start and end your shift, Aegon. And he tells you that should be good for 200 gold. And if you want to ask around about some more bounties, that's probably a place to get some of the fresh ones.
Since we've got that certificate, we don't need to turn in the body, right?
Yeah. The body's just, you can do what you want with it. You can ask him to take it. It's,
Willow, do you know what's better than that goblin shoe?
What's that?
His head. His head, of course. We can show that to the shopkeeper and get his reward.
Oh, let's do it. Willow grabs at her dagger and steps towards the goblin's body to start cutting his head off.
Dr. Fuddle has to turn around. You can't watch.
You do. I could have had this while looting. You do find this on his person. It's a very official looking document.
Can I make a roll to check if this is legit?
You can go ahead.
How about investigation? How's that sound?
Investigation, sure.
Oh,
Beautiful.
You know that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you're pretty sure this is fake. Something
Okay.
about the
should-
misspelling.
Bring it to the
Maybe.
shopkeeper and see if he knows anything about this.
Well, I think this guard's trying to swindle us. Does anybody want to ask about it, or
This isn't the slip. This is the certificate is legit. You recognize the certificate. This is what the goblin was using to go shopping.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said this was the certificate that Homeboy gave us.
No.
Never
No,
mind.
it was on
never
the
mind.
goblin's body when we were
That was-
loading him.
Gotcha. That was a pointless interaction. I'm sorry. I was not listening. Clearly.
We can take it to the shopkeeper and see what he knows.
Fair enough.
All right.
We're gonna-
The park isn't far away from that block, and you can see that they've already gotten a carpenter and a contractor, and they're still haggling out the cost of lumber. But sure enough, they're fixing up the doorways and patching up the windows. And he looks back at you and he's like, "Well, that was quick. Didn't find anything. That's what we thought. Still want some textiles?"
Hit him with it, Willow.
No textiles, sir, but I do have this for you. And she pulls from her bag out the goblin's head and presents it in front of his face.
Was this the perp? Perpetrator?
I didn't get a good look at him, but let's just say that if that's not the perp, then and like throw some of his mouth a little bit.
Willow drops the head right in front of his feet and then grabs out the broken vial to show him.
Perfect.
Works for me. Oh, okay. He talks around to the contractors. He talks around to the vendors. We've got a guy. We got a guy he said he's been looking for some business. If you want to go in there, and he digs around his pocket and he hands you a little token with it's a coin with a picture of a coin on it. You want to go in there, get something for free. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to help you out. Yeah.
And where was he notioning to?
He's pointing to there's again row upon row of pretty standard looking, pretty uniform looking buildings, and he points to the one that is painted sheer black.
Ooh, fancy.
Before leaving, sir, I do have one more question.
Yep. Is it about how quickly you can get this goblin head out of my feet?
Sorry, sir.
My answer.
And I
Go ahead.
kick the goblin head off to the side.
Some
No,
manners,
sir,
Willow.
but have you seen an orange cat walking around?
Orange cat. Yeah, I did like 2 days ago. It was heading up through the upper districts. The orange cat. He's like, yeah, you look new, but orange cat. Yeah, I saw him too. He had a girlfriend even. I think that he was following her.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate this.
Hot. Cat with a girlfriend.
Start to go, I guess, towards the shop that he notioned towards. Are you guys
before
ready
we
to go?
to the shop, I must ask. I am still in some slight pain from the goblin fight. I must ask that we find some medicine or any heals.
You might find something at the store he was indicating to.
Oh, I've got an idea. After this, how about we, after we go and talk to the shopkeeper and take the spoils that we so desire, we could, take a little nap. I'm feeling quite tired.
Just a question.
I
Can I
agree.
use Healing Word on him?
Yeah.
Aegon, before buying anything, do you mind if I try something?
Ooh, of course. Go ahead.
Let me get out of the way. Thank you. Yep. Excuse me. Pardon me. Yep. Go for it. Yep.
Willow grabs out her deer antler that she keeps on a little pocket on her right shoulder blade. And she casts Healing Word on Aegon. See if that worked.
You can go ahead and roll the dice on that.
I'm trying. It won't. Oh, there we go.
Nice. Mm.
Nice. Wait, so
Point
that
two.
means
Yeah, you get 5 health back. I think you can add it yourself.
I'd like him to. It's in the middle of combat. It's easier to have me handle everything, but outside of combat, give it a go.
How do you change that?
Click your token on the map, and then it's the red bubble. You can.
Okay.
clicking it.
How about clicking the setting wheel to the bottom left of your
There we
token?
go. Right,
Okay.
there we go. Gotcha. And I just...
Yeah.
+5 or do I hit 9?
You just add 5 to it. Whatever's in there.
Pretty sure you can even push like +5, and it'll automatically calculate for you.
Oh, that's a thing?
That's certainly a thing on the map with tokens.
Oh.
Some people don't do basic math when they're stressed.
Fair
Wait,
enough.
you would just type in +5?
You type in +5. You type in. I think you can even type in like +1d5, but I don't know why you would. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Much better. I appreciate the heal.
Willow takes the deer antler and slides it back into the pocket on her shoulder.
Do we have any use for this goblin head anymore?
I'm pretty sure that's safe to say. I mean, you can keep it around for a bit and see what happens, but it's gonna be one of those things that doesn't keep.
Dr. Fuddle picks it up and
I'm not touching it.
Dr. Fuddle picks it up and kind of tosses it at Aegon's chest. Says, "Up to you."
Me.
And then Dr. Fuddle starts, taking a few steps towards the shop in question.
Aegon drops the goblin head and kicks it to the dirt, never to be seen again.
That's a bold claim for you to make as a player.
And thus the BBEG was born.
I read or in my mind I rolled a nat 20, so I'm just gonna this
In
head
your
actually
mind,
turns to solid gold.
I see. You guys head off down the shop, and again, this is like a strip mall. All of the shops are wall to wall touching each other. They're sharing the same bricks. This is the one shop that has like personal space. It seems like all of the other shops are shimmied away by a good foot or two, and it sits solitary and dismal in the middle of just about everything else.
Word. Anybody want to go talk to him or? I can if you want me to. I don't care.
Yeah, you got it.
Greetings, Dr. Fuddle says as he kind of shuffles forward towards the shopkeeper, presumably if he's in there.
There isn't any noticeable person. There's just very, very tall shelves, absolutely stuffed with, let's just say, items that have no business going together. A man steps out of the back room, and he just gives you this big, big grin. Hello.
Dr. Fuddle just grins back with no context.
He takes a deep breath through the nose. Oh, that is right. Come in, come in.
Dr. Fuddle kind of looks back like, gives the party a look kind of like, what the fuck is this guy on? Kind of one of those looks. Yes. Oh, what, Brody?
Not good.
I was just going to say, yes, we were just in the area. We had a little token that may benefit you as well as us. We'd like to browse your wares.
Oh, you would. He takes the token, he looks it over, he throws it into a massive jar he has of all of these similar other tokens. You feel like he hands these out to all kinds of people. Well, browse, friends, browse. But if you were looking for something special, come by and ask around. I'm certain that will have something made to order.
He means like ask him rather than browse?
You can browse or you can ask him. Do what you will.
While they were having that conversation, can I roll a perception check on what is on the shelves?
Roll me a perception check.
That
Come
piano
on,
chord
more
scared me.
dog shit.
Your whole
Fine on the
first,
shelves.
unironically.
That's your new thing, apparently.
Do you mind if I also roll a perception check? Just check out
You
the
may.
store.
You're in the store. You can roll.
Damn.
Willow,
Hey, what's
there's
up?
one thing. If there's one thing you've learned, it's animal body parts, and ooh boy, are there plenty of them on these shelves, and they are not connected to each other. You find intricate little boxes that seem more lock than box. You find just glyphs written on things, and not the kind of glyphs that you'd like to see on things, and not the kind of things you like to see glyphs on. Everything you know about wholesome by-the-books wares and wholesome by-the-books arcana, this is something different. This isn't what you've dealt with before.
Damn. Do we know if any of it's of use to us? Just by looking, or is it all just that vague?
Let's do this. I'm gonna roll a number, or roll a d3 because you can do that.
Okay. Me or everybody or
Willow. She's the one who got 24.
Gotcha. Perfect.
D3. How do I do that one? Sorry.
You can type in /R space 1d3.
I guess you can't do that. Oh well. Nope, I can. It's a 1. You see a length of rope and gleaming armor.
Like,
You rolled a 2, right?
yeah. Armor doesn't really stand out to me. I'm looking more towards the root.
The rope. Let me show you with a quick little poke just what this rope looks like.
Damn.
It seems forged in the sense that it's not made of fibers so much as like a coil of wire. It looks more ornamental or like jewelry. Oh, you like to keep track of what's yours and, keep all of your little pieces in the right places. That is an excellent addition to any armoire.
What the fuck does that mean?
I can easily trade it to you for your token or for something else.
Dr. Fuddle kind of pipes in and says, well, what does it do?
Oh, let me see. I'll go ahead and show it to players. This is the Amulet of Mortality. It is composed of a heavy cord that seems to constrict the wearer slightly. While attuned to this amulet, you have advantage on your third and final death saving throw. This advantage repeats if you must roll a third death saving throw again.
Repeats. When it says that it repeats, what do you mean by that, or what does it mean by that?
Let's say you got to roll a third death saving throw because you failed 2. Mm-hmm. Let's say you succeed. Well, you still have to roll a third death saving throw.
I see. Okay, cool.
So you get advantage on your last death save.
Gotcha.
It probably won't be helpful 95% of the time, but ooh, that 5%.
Yeah, that could come in clutch down the road. And the armor, or did we see that? Do we know anything about it?
No, I didn't focus on that just because of
gotcha.
The metals and all
that. The armor of invulnerability. While wearing this armor, you have resistance to piercing damage.
Ooh. Do we know the AC on it?
I think it's just a magical. Your Dex +3.
Gotcha. Okay. Dex +3. Damn.
Willow just kind of looks at Dr. Fuddle and Aegon, waiting to see what they're
Let's see if I can
interested in.
find. I gotta scroll the heck down before I can.
Aegon, what say you?
I believe the armor I have now is good enough for me for the time being.
I want to see if I can find what that armor item is called. If I go to PNGs. Nope, that's a JPEG.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not doing this with you.
Oh, that's fine. We can nickel and dime things.
I think he was asking more about what the worth was, like we're in fucking BG3.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's some solid looking armor, and you could probably sell it for maybe not quadruple digits, but certainly triple digits.
Jesus Christ. I do think we should ask him about those wares that he was talking about before we make a decision, though. Anybody
Concur.
disagree? Concur.
Okay.
I was just talking to you guys, but thank you, Aegon. Do we know the shopkeeper's name, or do we just address him
Oh.
vaguely?
Names are powerful things.
Oh, well,
Most people
impressive.
offer them for free if you just ask.
Well, what is yours?
Zachary.
Zachary. Well, Zachary. Zach, may I? May I call you Zach?
You may.
Zach. Well, Zach. What were those wares you mentioned earlier?
Follow me.
Oh,
He walks around his little bar, and you can see he's got a clip clop. The man is a satyr. He's got goat bottom.
nice.
Most goat bottoms that you see are something of a brunette. His is a shaggy purple affair. And he leads you around, and he shows you a collection of porcelain animals. Please examine.
Yeah, I just want to take a quick look, just without any further detail.
These aren't porcelain. They're carved out of goodness knows what. He directs your attention to what looks like a goat carved out of bone. This was a gift from my father, part of a set of 3. It was once capable of delightful terrors, but it is now separated for too long, and I can offer this for free, but it won't do much until you reunite it with its kin. Terribly interesting little piece.
Can I cast Detect Magic on this?
Oh, you may. The walls, like not just the things on the walls themselves are roaring with just a variety, and most of them are like let's call it the spooky section of the color wheel. Most of the things in here are magical, including him.
Wow. Okay. So this is probably a magic shop we're in, gang, or something. Or a magic antique shop.
Call it what you want. I am but a
Oh, that was
surveyor.
My bad. That was table talk. Let's see. What would this do if it reunited with said kin?
You've ever heard of a figurine of wondrous power?
Vaguely, but please refresh my memory.
Well, this is a goat of terror. It is accompanied by a coat of traversal and a coat of travail. When the 3 are combined, they will have Pokemon-like qualities, he says, with a very cryptic wink. You cast it, you say its word, and a goat is summoned.
Oh. But we can't summon one without the other 2, correct?
You could for a great many years, but it seems an unknown property of this is that after it's been separated for 50 years or so, it's not necessarily as powerful.
And how long?
Where we would find the other ones?
My brothers.
And may we ask who they may be and where we can find them?
It's a very personal question. I like it.
Yes.
One of them runs a tavern in Riversend, the Black Sheep. The other is running around shirtless in Fey country somewhere.
Okay. You guys got any more questions?
I have one more item you simply must see.
Do show.
And he takes out something that you guys might find interesting, thematically and functionally. This is the Fantagini of Absence. It is a small little colorful doll. And essentially, if a player character, or player I should say, if a player is absent or can't show up, this ties up that loose end until they get back.
Oh, so it basically we have control of our missing party member?
No, the missing party member gets, shall I say, devoured, just so that they don't get hurt in the meantime.
Oh, so we would
Yeah.
play without them, and they're safe. Gotcha. What are you guys thinking?
This is perfectly optional. This is just choosing how we move forward. Because you could play with somebody's PC in the meantime, but then if you end up accidentally killing them, you gotta explain that.
Yeah, that's a tough. I'm leaning towards
What did the
personally.
ropes do again?
That is so a death saving throw is what you do after you get reduced to 0 hit points, and you have to fail three. You have to fail, or I'm sorry, you have to succeed on 3 of the rolls to stabilize and get back up. But if you fail 3 times before you succeed 3 times, you are dead forever.
Okay, well, Willow's eyes are still just locked on the rope then.
All right, fair enough. Any objections?
Objection.
I think I'm
Well,
good.
the rope is for free with your token, but that means you must, if you'd like the doll, pay a little extra.
And
Oh,
by
he's
a little
offering to sell it.
extra,
I see.
What would be a little bit extra?
Your friend over there, he seems to have quite a non-zero amount of blood on his person. I could tidy him up and we could call it square.
Wait, he's offering to.
Can you explain what that would entail?
Wet wipe.
Why would that be beneficial to you?
I find that poring over long contracts is so much more tedious than scrolling to the bottom and clicking accept. You get things done so much quicker.
So just Nico, just to set the scene in my mind, he's offering to clean up. Who?
Aegon has on his outfit. He's got blood from when he got blown up by a goblin.
Yeah. Okay.
So this guy's he's gonna take a little wet wipe, tidy him up, and then it's all done and paid for.
Can I roll insight on that?
You may.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
It's not a deal that you would take, and you're not in the business of telling other people what to do. But seems like a bad call.
Fuddle just kind of looks at Aegon and doesn't really give him a yes or a no look, just a be careful look with whatever you do. You know what I mean?
Can I just step forward towards him and just look back at Aegon and tell him that I can get him cleaned up once we leave here?
I agree.
There's no need to spend your time trying to clean him up. I don't mind helping out. We can get out of your way.
Very well.
Are any of these things, do we know just based on our knowledge of local economy, if any of these things are within our budget? I think we have like 10 gold at most apiece.
Oh, none of these things you are bought and sold with gold.
Got you. Okay.
This delightful little item here, and he holds up what looks to be an emaciated monkey hand. I only need you to flip a coin.
Oh shit.
I have a fine selection of rugs over here, and you can see that the rugs twitch excitedly at their mention. All you have to do is write your name on this piece of paper. Little tiny things like that.
The coin toss. What happens if we don't win the coin toss?
He shrugs.
And what does said monkey paw do?
I find that half the fun is finding out.
This fucking guy. Fuddle kind of steps back, oddly defeated, and just kind of shakes his head, but motions for you two to give your input.
Willow is just untrusting of the man, steps back, and
I'm very interesting.
Would you like the rope at least?
Is there any fucking catch? What was the thing? We just gave a token.
Yeah, what was the cost? Yeah.
Wait, but I
With
think the
the-
token. I think the token removes any risk we have to take. I think that's.
You get a freebie.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to take any risk on it. Okay.
Well, if the item itself seems like risk, you get the item for free without having to pay for the item.
So that's risk in itself. Yeah.
There's double risks and there's single risks, and there are items that are riskier than others.
Yeah, that shit could straight up kill us, and we don't know it.
Would
Oh,
rolling
man.
like insight on the looking at the rope like help me determine?
You
like,
can
if
roll
it's-
insight. You could roll Arcana. You could roll
I was-
History.
I was
Anything.
gonna say. Yeah. I'll let you. Yeah, go for it, Des. Nice.
Nice.
From what you know about animals that get trapped in ropes, sometimes animals that live in herds will try to cry out because they have, social calls. There are traps that keep animals from crying out or making any kind of vocalizations if their throat is wrapped up in rope. You can tell that there's some kind of trickery at play where at whatever interval you might find yourself silenced.
Okay, so it shuts us up in intervals. I mean, it's a freebie. I mean, it doesn't hurt to take it, huh?
Willow's
What do you
eyes are
guys
still
think?
just locked on the rope. She's just drawn to it for some reason.
All right. Make
If it's
the
free.
call. Say it. Say the magic words.
We'll take the rope, sir.
Excellent. The token that he had taken from you that he flipped back into the thing puffs into a bunch of smoke. He hands it to you. Would you like a little baggie for that?
No, sir. We can carry this.
Excellent. You're going to want to act fast. You're almost out of time if you want to find what you're looking for.
By that,
What-
what do you mean?
Oh, a little visitor to our fine city has found himself in quite a situation. I wish I could say more, but unfortunately, you don't seem like the playful types.
I want to cast message as a cantrip to Willow, and we can spin it to where it just kind of plants the message in her head, right? Her consciousness, or is there something? Do you want me to read it?
You can read it, but for all intents and purposes, you can have it where it is a limited worded message that plays in the head of the person or persons you send it to.
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna say, the cat.
Willow just glances over at Dr. Fuddle and then straight
He's just
back
looking
at,
off nonchalantly, like whistling.
and then straight back at the shopkeeper. But by chance, do you know anything about the orange cat?
I know his name is Sheldon.
Sheldon.
I know that he enjoys mice that are already dead. It's pretty uncommon amongst cats. I know that he's enticed by the smell of elderberries, and that will be his undoing if you're not careful.
Elderberries. You seem to know a lot about this cat.
I know a lot about everyone.
And I must ask why that is.
He has this delightfully smug look on his face. That is for me to know, and you to find out.
Okay, question. Okay, you said he's like a satyr, right?
He is a satyr. He has
Is-
blunt
is-
little purple horns in his head.
I was about to say, does he have horns sticking out of his head?
He does. They're purple.
Okay.
Can I?
Did you have something you were saying, Brody?
Okay, so the last thing you said was that he knows everything about everybody, right?
Oh, I wouldn't say everything about everybody. Just the interesting things.
Just the interesting.
Would using speak to animals work on him?
I mean, it might be a little rude.
He's already speaking to us.
I didn't know if it was just talking to them, like if they spoke a different language, or if it was like communicating.
If you want to
with
say
them.
something private to him, then
Yeah.
sure, you could try to speak in a ungulate tongue to him.
No, we're good.
You also don't have a spell slot left.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Fuddle's kind of just shuffling towards the door.
Well, okay, pause. I kind of want to know more about this guy because he kind of sounds like he's kind of a devil.
That's a fair assessment. I mean, go for it.
Well, okay, I'm gonna. Let me see.
Is there anybody else around the shop at all that's noticeable? Or can I?
There's most of a guy kind of off on the side.
Oh.
Most of a guy.
Never mind. You're good.
Is he conscious?
Yes.
Oh.
Excuse me, Zachary. I must ask again. My apologies. What is that most of a man doing over there on that other side of the shop?
Paying off a debt.
Paying off a debt.
Yes.
What debt is
He's
that?
terribly handy with a broom.
Oh my god,
What?
he's a chimney sweep.
And what is the debt that he is paying you?
Are you a cop?
I am not a cop.
Rebate. He put some money down and he made use of an item. The item is no longer in my possession or his possession, and he's working off the backlog. In that vein, would you like what he had? And he pulls out what appears to be a bright red jar.
Bright red jar.
Oh my. Scrolling down to, where is it? Goodness, I've got...
Bright red. Can I roll insight on that jar?
Oh, you sure can.
Is your investigation higher?
Insight is more for a person's character. That's
I see.
investigation is more for items.
Okay, I'll roll investigation. It's -1 though.
That's alright. We're gonna get you there eventually.
It is. You're pretty sure whatever this is came from some part of a dog.
Interesting.
It sure is. If you want to know any personal details, all you have to do is ask Aegon. Because you're not me. I don't have to ask anything.
Well, you do seem to know everything.
No,
So,
of
what
course.
is that bright red jar that you have shown me?
Thank you for asking. It is a potion of fire breath, and I thought it would have been cool and fun. It's a little pricey out of some people's range, but I bet that you could use it to help.
Potion of fire breath.
Yes. It goes great on fries.
Fucking hot sauce?
And what will be the price of this item?
I want you to put the next chipmunk you see in a shoebox without holes, and I want you to bring it to me.
Chipmunk
What?
in a shoebox.
Chipmunk in a shoebox.
Without holes?
Without holes.
This is a verbal thing that you could put in air holes, but nothing big enough for the chipmunk to escape. If I say put a chipmunk in a box and bring the box to me, then that could mean anything. We have to be very specific here.
What would the chipmunk be used for?
That's not really part of the transaction, is it?
I have a question.
Yes.
What? Sorry. What does this jar of fire breath do? What is the benefit of utilizing it? Holy shit.
We have fun here.
We trade the rope. That's table talk. That's table talk. I'm kidding, by the way.
It's not just one breath either.
3.
not feeling it because she doesn't know what he would be doing with the chipmunk.
It's just a chipmunk.
And you are just a satyr.
Sassy.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Fuddle's indifferent on this one. He can accept either choice. So, Aegon, I believe it's your call.
I must ask that if you do go looking after my brothers, don't ask them any personal questions about me. That would be very rude.
About you?
About me, I like to keep my cards close to the chest and inside the chests of others.
May I ask you something about your brothers?
Oh, certainly.
Are they satyrs like you?
That almost goes without saying, doesn't it?
May we have the names? Oh, that's
Macintosh,
good.
Jacob.
Macintosh being at the tavern, correct? Black Sheep Tavern?
Correct.
And your
And
name
what was this-
was?
Jacob is running around fake country somewhere.
Jacob.
No doubt rhyming. That's kind of his thing, rhyming.
This is Zachary Does that we're talking to.
This is Zachary Bluntone, correct. Zach, Jack, and Mac.
Yeah, that's what they called me in high school. Right, I think this is to you.
I must pass on the fire jar as we must be on our way.
Go ahead.
Before you go, if you'd like a little direction for free, follow me. He leads you to, if you follow him, he goes to a window facing the front of the store, and he takes what looks like a little figurine of a cat out of the pile of porcelain figurines that he'd showed you earlier. Chucks it on the ground, and a cat shows up.
Mm.
With about 30 seconds, a guy comes and takes it.
Does he steal it or just?
Does he leave immediately, or is he still there?
Yep, the guy just takes the cap, shoves it in his cloak, and walks off.
The
Uh,
cat
would-
itself?
Willow wants
The cat itself. I will want that back, by the way. Run along.
He's saying he wants it back. He wants us to get it back?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not your boss or anything. It's just to be polite, and we're friends.
Shit,
Can
I
I
don't.
try to run quickly to see if I can try to catch up with him?
The guy is trying to act inconspicuous, so he's not really running away, but he's got a bit of a speed walk to him.
So I want to jump around and try to walk in front of him and get him to stop.
The man
Following suit.
truly acts like you're not there, starts walking the other direction, and ducks into a corner.
Let me figure out what would be best to roll.
I'm going to need you to roll a investigation check if you want to see, if you can figure out where he's trying to head to, or an athletics check to see if you can just flat out outrun him.
Athletics would be the acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, either's fine. Depends on what you're going for here. Again, we're only going with the first one. Jimmy DeTopi only rolls about an 8. You can see very clearly that he heads into something of a cellar out of the way between a building and a tree. He looks over his shoulder to see if he's being followed and looks in the wrong direction and doesn't see you.
Nice.
I'm going to try to sneak behind him and see if I could watch where he's going to.
He went into the trapdoor. You can't see further than that.
I guess I'm going to run back to Aegon and Dr. Fuddle and try to pull them away from the shopkeeper to go figure out where he went to or how to get in there.
Okay. Are you kind of frantic with it?
Yeah, like I'm running over to you guys and just trying to pull
Gotcha.
you away over towards it without like really saying much. Just follow me and kind of
Delightful.
saying a bunch of
Gotcha.
gibberish together, trying to get you guys to follow.
All right.
You guys make it to a trap door. Doesn't seem to have any kind of special markings on it. There's a lot of graffiti of like mice, but that's kind of everywhere in the city. It seems weirdly. What do you guys do?
Nico, I have a real quick question. Don't you get arcane recovery starting at level 1?
Yes, but it's got to be a short rest.
Wait, what? I thought you could just use it to recover.
Oh
spell
no,
slots.
I think you're right. Wait, hang on. Let me double check because I thought it was short rest.
No, because short rest you don't get to recover any spell slots unless you're a warlock.
Arcane recovery. Yes, it's short rest.
Really? Okay, gotcha.
Yes, it's
Never mind.
Fev. Once per day. Yeah, you've learned to regain some of your magical energy by studying your spellbook. Once per day, when you finish a short rest, you can choose, etc.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can choose expended spell slots to recover.
Gotcha.
Spell slot. Yep. Okay. You guys can short rest if you'd like.
Do we want to stay hot on this guy's tail, or do we want to?
That's fair. Yeah, we can stay hot on it.
I'm down.
Yeah, I was just say Willow's just frantic trying to figure out. She's locked on trying to find the cat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, heavens.
Can't see anything.
That's going to be the case. You guys find yourself in the
I think Willow's up front.
shady depths of what looks like some kind of storage cellar. If anyone would like to roll any kind of checks, you can go ahead and do that.
Roll what checks?
Just whatever kind of check.
Y'all want to do a party perception check, just all three
Yeah,
of
I was
us?
gonna say I was gonna roll
Kinda.
perception.
Like a cartoon, like we're all, our heads are stacked, peeking around a corner.
Yeah, that's fine.
Damn,
My IQ is less than 50.
There is no dog crap here, and you've checked pretty thoroughly. You've smelled around, you've licked around, you felt it.
And you were pissed.
Willow, you can smell elderberries in the air, as well as other things like thyme and lemon and ginger. This is either a brewery or a speakeasy or a distillery, something involving alcohol. Dr. Fuddle, you've lived in Havenheim long enough to know that this is a Detopi warren. There is it's halfway between crime syndicate and crime family. They don't do anything overly violent, but they're up to no good.
Gotcha. Okay, I relay that information to the party. And then I say, proceed with caution.
Willow's just kind of smelling the elderberries and just walking straight towards that way.
Dr. Fuddle's gonna kind of hang back and be a little more sneaky. Just kind of hide around corners and shit.
Hang on, we'll follow.
Willow, you see an open door, and there seems to be a man sleeping at a desk.
I'm gonna look towards Aegon and look towards the guy at the desk, look back at him to see if he wants to walk in there. Just kind of without saying anything.
I'm good to proceed.
Poetic.
Very.
So I guess we're just gonna walk straight in up to the desk.
Perfect.
Certainly.
And
Roll a
can I
stealth
just-
check for me, please.
Oh yeah.
Both of us?
At least one of you.
Oh.
Would perception help me check out the room to see, like, what I notice in there, if there's anything off or anything?
There's plenty of papers, and you can even read them coming in. You also notice what appears to be a large green barrel of something. The man is going to stir. I'm going to make something of a perception check on his part and see if he notices a bunch of people coming in.
I'm still hanging back.
All right. The man wakes up. It is 9 o'clock, by the way. Or for me, it's 9 o'clock. For you guys, it's 8 o'clock. I'd like us to pick up here next time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You guys have made it into a Dotopia Warren, and you're checking out a desk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag everybody to the desk. These are the papers that he has. You guys are free to make of that what you will. I'll even go ahead and post the things that are on his desk in the chat. But excellent. I'm going to see...
This is good shit.
Why, thank you. Does anybody have any kinds of questions or things that like want to keep in mind when they're starting off?
For next session, you mean?
Or next session, or just anything at all?
Gotcha. I think I'm good. I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Delightful. Okay. Well, I will leave off. I'll post the materials, and I'll see you guys again on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Post
Delightful.
this one on Twitch, and then next week I'll be streaming it. If that is good with everyone.
Yeah,
Fine by me.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang back, Brody and Des, if y'all wanna talk, or if y'all gotta go, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll hang back. I'll also be hanging back. I just need to see if I can log in my tutoring thing because.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you. We will be doing these on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 Eastern. I will not be talking during them, but hopefully you guys come back next week and check it out. Thank you. Bye.